Hello, Brother Monroe here. Welcome back to Ultimate Apple Dreadnoughts and to the American campaign, where we're kicking off with our first actual proper modern battleship. We can make these things go 30 knots, which is perfect. They're basically going to be very similar to the Midways, except they're going to be slightly tougher. Basically. So the Midways are 55,000 tons. So these are actually going to be a teeny bit smaller than a Midway. But that's fine. Tower-wise, we don't get any with the integrated barbette, do we? No. The towers get very inflated in displacement, so I'm just going to use the smallest one. And a matching secondary tower, if I can find one. What are you doing? Why are you reversed? Cease. Cease your heresy. Because that's the one I want to use. There you go. There we go. So, basically so that the secondary mountings line up. Then we're going to need probably 2 funnels. Yes. And then for guns, now these are going to be replaced with the Mark V's as soon as we get them, because I really don't like these Mark 4s, the look of them. But this ship is being built with the anticipation that it is probably going to have to enter a refit as soon as it is finished. I just want to get ships built and ready. 5-inch, probably go... Yeah, 5-inch secondaries, triples. 10 of them. So, exactly the same as a Midway. And sure, some 2-inch quad 40mm Bofors type weapons. That should be fine. But what we can do is trim the beam, because at the moment it's quite a girthy ship, and that's just adding unnecessary weight to the design. Maybe go -9, -8. Oh, I'm targeting 50,000 tons. -7, -6. Yeah, let's go -6. So you can go 50,000 tons even. Right. Oil 3. Now, geared turbines gets me to 91. Turbo electrics is 92. Diesels 87. So let's go super diesels. Diesel with a auxiliary diesel electric system. Don't have the modern 2 yet. Oh, the weight's flying on, but we haven't looked at the armour yet. Standard, base fuse, cap ballistics, triple base. Now, these are default 52. I think we go default 50. Default 50. Good. Change the length to 50. 45s on the 5-inch and 40s on the 1.6s. Oh yeah, it does come with a ton of armor base. That's good. Right. Autoloaders, electrohydro, rangefinder, bring the RDF and Gen 1 radar. And now we can look at the armour, 190. Okay. So, our own ranges were probably operating at 20,000 plus. So a 14-inch main belt, probably okay. But that's going to give us a very tight... If I go with like a 6-inch deck, that's going to get quite tight in terms of protection. I think 6 and 1.5 on the deck. I like it a little bit more. Maybe 16 on the main belt. That protect us down to 17,500, 1,500 meters, something like that. If we're going 1,500 meters, I probably want 3-inch on the extended belt and superstructure. Conning tower can be 18. Same for the turrets. 7 on the tops. 3, 1.5, 3. And then inner layers. Let's go down to 3.1 and 3.1. Oh, we're massively overweight. Okay. Hull, bulkheads, engines, turret. That's not good. Can pull the turrets in slightly, perhaps. 9% overweight. And there's nothing obvious to get rid of. Like, the fuel is not going to make any difference at all. Well, it makes a little bit of difference, actually. There's this one where we're going to have to go down to many. Bulkheads is a big cost. So are the turrets. They are carrying quite a lot of armour on them. Yeah, the turrets are pretty heavy. Anti-torpedoes pretty heavy. Let's go to a double bottom hull. Let's drop the RDF because we don't really need that. Now we're within 2%. Trim this down to 1.5 as well. We're firing standard shells as well out of these. Maybe we have to go with 45s for these. 45s and standard shells. Oh, it's doing it again. So make it like the name of the ship I can never remember because it's either a North Carolina. It's a North or a South Carolina Dakota. You know what I mean. Right, there we go. Have to go with the 45s. I just need to shorten them a little bit. Maybe we can do the 50s when we get the Mark V. And maybe then we can bring the super heavy shells as well. But for now, they're pretty expensive at 2 billion. But they bring battleship-ness. And a 50,000 ton battleship is going to be very, very helpful for us for invasions and the like. And they don't look terrible with those turrets, but yeah, really hoping that we can get some Mark V guns soon. But basically, when these are finished in 27 months' time, we should be round about able to put the Mark V guns on them. Yeah, they should do okay. They're not perfect, though. The Arkansas. Right, save it, and I'll see how many I can afford to build. Right, I decided to build 9 of these. Because, yeah, our shipyards are pretty capable now. We're not even going over on our budget with that, which is pretty crazy. 9 fast battleships. That'll give us some much needed punch. Now, in terms of research, I'm continuing with the priority in big guns. We're about to get the Mark V 12, which is ideal for something like an Alaska class, which we can look into. Probably probably down the road because we don't need one right now. I think I'd rather stick with the 10-inch cruisers, another flight of 10-inch cruisers. It's a long time till we get the Modern 2. It's a long time until we get anything in here. I'm not even sure we get any more hulls from hull strengthening. I think we have all the hulls we're going to get, but I haven't built everything out yet. Radar rangefinders are on the way, but that's slow progress. Yeah, I think we're doing okay. Yes. All right then. Well, how are things looking on the politics front? We're growing again. Not at the crazy 13% that we used to be, but I think we have the highest growth of anybody. Yep. In terms of negative relations, possibly Italy, possibly France, possibly the Soviets. We'll just have to see how that progresses. So I'll see you when we're doing some more building, or when there's some news. Okay, it's a little while later, and we freed up a little bit of shipbuilding capacity because we've finished the Cerritos class ships. I think they are now commissioning up. Yes, they are. Lovely stuff. So that means we should start building something else. Now, it's not going to be a capital ship, but I think we have both heavy and possibly light cruisers that we can get under construction. I'll probably go for the heavies because they take longer. I am anticipating some form of conflict coming up. And I did say I was going to do a Flight 2 or Block 2 or whatever you want to call it of those Cerritos class. I'm wondering as well, yeah, I could swap it to a light cruiser. It's trying to guess what we need more of, because we've got the Modern Light Cruiser 3 and we've got the Super Heavy Cruiser 2. Because we've got the Newarks already, which are pretty decent. I think we go heavy. And then we tack back to the lights. But we just keep the construction going, basically. We could potentially make these slightly faster at 32 knots. Again, I'm just going to use the lightest, cheapest tower possible. Although, maybe... yeah, let's get the matching one for the rear tower. Or at least it feels like they're matching, although they're not really. 2 funnels. All 2, I'm guessing gear turbines at 60, although the engine efficiency isn't there. Maybe I do keep them at 30 knots. Yeah, 30 knots with a diesel. Oops-a-daisy. Right. I think we'll stick with the 10-inch triples. It's going to be very similar to a Cerritos with the 5s over 10s. Wow, the quad bofers look ridiculous up there, but screw it, why not? So 1.6 as long as possible, and then back 1, 2, 3. And we'll make these 50s. Definitely want a barbette. Modcons, I'm going to skip the RDF because we're struggling a little bit with displacement. We could reduce beam a touch. much. Yeah, that helps. Wow, that just fixes all the problems. Making it a narrower ship. How does that compare to a Cerritos? So, yeah, it's just a little bit more. Let's go for 18,500. The Samoa. Sure, why not? Still need to do armor. What did the Cerritos end up having? 10 max. Okay. Should put super heavy shells on this. Right. Yeah, we want to run about an 8-inch belt. That seems about right. 1.5 there. Yeah, probably 3 and 1.5. 10 there. 10 there. Let's go, yeah, 10, 4. 3. 1.5. Oops. 5. And then, wow, I saved an awful lot of weight from somewhere. What the dickens? What did I... Was that deck armor? Did it come with like a ton of deck armor? Because we've got a lot of displacement spare all of a sudden. Interesting. Well, let's max the range. Let's push the speed to 30. No, keep the speed at 30. We can make them spacious. Give them the triple bottom hull and the RDF, which does help. It gives you 6% gun aiming speed plus more recon and flag communication bonus, so it's not like they're terrible. What else can go on this ship? More armor. Let's go up to 10 on the main belt, 12 on the tower. Let's go 12, 5, 10. And then up the belt layers. There you go. So they are similar to the Cerritos. They are cheaper. What? Same armament. Cheaper. Yeah, almost identical armament. Cheaper. Same speed. More protection. Although they are a little bit larger. Wow, I should have reduced the beam on the Cerritos, shouldn't I? Well, there you go. Cerritos Block 2. Yeah, not bad. We'll build some of these. I'll go figure out how many I can afford. Alright, there we go. I have ordered 12. Next class to be laid down, I'm not actually sure. Building a lot of foreign orders at the moment. Still waiting on the big guns. Yeah, looks like France. So it'll probably be light cruisers next, because we'll probably need some more. Urgently. But they might be ready before the French declare war. They might not. We'll just have to wait and see. No, it wasn't recording. Okay, that's fine. I was like, I pressed the button and it didn't show up. Right. So, welcome back. It's now August of 1944. Things not looking great with the French. It got lower, though, and then it bumped back up. Italians don't hate us as much. Going to try and save Italy for last, because they've got to have some cool stuff in that enormous fleet of theirs. I don't want to leave it too long, though, because they're getting out ahead of us. But our economy has passed 2 trillion. We're pretty much neck and neck with the British. French is still all up against us, but their fleet is only half the size. I say only half the size. Is still significant. What I'm thinking of doing, though, is the battleships are now finished, the Arkansas. We could lay down the next set, but we're just about to get the Mark V 14-inch gun, which means we're just about to be able to start refitting the standard class 14-inch battleships and battle cruisers, which can take a while. But That's fantastic because it means our fleet will be up to date when the war starts. It's fine, but I do want to get some more light cruisers under construction now, because we really are going to need a lot of ships all over the place. We've still got plenty of destroyers we can pump out basically whenever we want. We've still got 2 more destroyer hulls that we haven't built on. But yeah, I think it'd be very useful to get some more light cruisers in action. Oh, jeez. This is why I cut all that stuff out of the game. It really does run quite slow when you're this late into the game. Right. Light cruiser 3. What light cruiser 3? 15,000 is a good target. That's a very big light cruiser. I'm probably going to go with the... not the smallest towers, but probably those 2. They look about right to me. I think one of them... Does one of them fit a funnel? No. At least not that one. We probably don't need 2. Looking at it. Just run you on diesels. Can we do 32 knot diesel? No, not with 1 funnel, but we can with 2. I'll pop it there for now. Right. Gun-wise, I think we stick with the 6-inch. So the Newarks had 4 6.6-inch. The triples are better. But we could use this bad boy and go for something a bit like a Brooklyn and have triple 6s shooting out the front. Do I want to go Q turret? No, probably not. Stick these together. And then, do I want to go 1 or 2 at the back? Let's go 3. Can always adjust later, but that's a lot of firepower. Don't strictly speaking need secondaries, but might as well. Have some little 40 mils. 6-inch. Let's go 50s. Lovely. We'll go super diesel. No, not Krupp. Modern armor. Standard. Base. Triple base super heavies. Because why not? Sonar 3. Lovely. But has no armor base. I'm preemptively going to change this then, so that we have a twin turret set up aft, because I want this thing to have a reasonable amount of protection. So it's basically gaining a turret over the Newarks. Can max range it as well, thanks to the diesel. So we definitely want, yeah, about, if we can get 5 inches of main belt armor, that would be amazing. 633. Main deck. Don't need that much in the way of deck armor. Don't need that much in the way of this. Max the layers. Sick. Oh, done. Cool. Yeah, perfect. I love it when they're easy to build. The Stevenson. Sure. This will be our last light cruiser build, probably. Next time I see you, it's probably going to be refitting the standards, which will just be without commentary because, yeah, there's going to be a lot to do. Okay, just decided to build 30 of them. Should give us plenty of coverage. But yes, I will see you in a month's time with refits of all the 14-inch armed ships. That will send me over on my shipyard capacity to do, but they shouldn't be like super lengthy refits. Probably at most 4 months, even with the shipyards being overloaded. And hopefully that means that they're all ready to go when things kick off. Alright, took a while, but yep, war with France it is. Okay, now, that's happening a little bit sooner than I'd like. Well, I say that, not for content reasons, but, I mean, you can see there, I deliberately pushed them into war. But, yeah, we don't yet have the Mark V 16-inch, which is going to be another 7 months. That's somewhat on purpose, because I kind of want to reduce their fleet a bit, go for their islands. I don't want to immediately start trying to do big invasions. So a lot of the standards are going to be gonna have to wait a little bit, and I'd rather use the opening of the war to sink as much of the French fleet as possible. However, that doesn't mean we don't have any ships we can send. We obviously have the refitted Idahos and the refitted Virginias, wherever they've gone. Yeah, so they're split between New York and Norfolk. Okay. So they can head out straight away, but we'll keep the others back because I expect the French to try something. I would be surprised if they just kind of sit there and let me take pot shots at them. But 16, and then that's... Do you know what? We'll send a Salem and a Newark and a couple of destroyers as well to look after them. And then the rest are here. Massachusetts, North Dakota, Pennsylvania, Tennessee, Vermont, and they can go with, actually I don't need, maybe send them with the Knights. There we go. So this will be, we'll start here, and this fleet, because it's free, is probably going to go here and then move across to the Pacific, tidy up all these islands and things, whilst the 16-inch fleet prepares itself. We have plenty of ships over here. We've got a whole pile of them up here in Germany still, I think. Yep. We've got the new Arkansas class. Where did they end up? I didn't actually put them anywhere. There's one in Tampa. But I kind of want these operating out of port as well, because they also are due a refit in about 7 months. So I just need to hold out for about 7 months. Then we're going to dip in terms of our power projection, but it should be okay. We can rely on our light ships, and then we'll be able to hit them full force. That's the plan, anyway. Okay, I'll first look at what the French have, and I've got to be honest, Greece kind of dropping the ball with this rubbish. Okay, there's a Detroit in there, which is a lot better. But they've got some Chinese rubbish that we'll dispose of for them. Amiral Shana class 349, so a lot cheaper than a Detroit. Does carry the same 10-inch kind of armament. Pretty fast. Armor's not the best though. That's definitely not up to date. And this thing, which is almost the same price, a Laglacion class. Very strange why it costs that much. It does have good quality armor. 32 knots. 3 single 5.5s. And 10 single 3-inch. I have no idea what they're on for that. And a Bulgarian destroyer. Well, okay. Let's get a moose bouche, a little taste of what the French Navy is using, and we will allow the Greeks to dispose of those ships. Right, Guam, you're going to be handling most of this. When flag, you're just go away. Right, split these. Callahan, you're actually useful. You're not. You're not. You're not. Good grief! saw the torpedo range on it. Yeah, just kind of do whatever, right? Really, really do not care. However, my ships, or rather... Oh, sorry. I totally saw that and was like, don't press it. And then I clicked. Idiot. Right. Okay. Waste my smoke charge. Right. Form up on the Guam. And, yeah, let's get in there. Although, yeah, of course, not refitted. I did refit the Detroits onto Mark V's, I'm sure I did. But of course, it's a Greek one, so yeah, it doesn't get that. So not quite as effective. Right. You put those the wrong way round, mate. What are you on, France? This is a seriously nice hull. I think that's possibly one of the worst layouts I've ever seen for it. Actually dreadful. Doing damage, though. Definitely able to hit and hurt me. Well, you need to be shooting, mate. And not missing. You do have a regular crew. Destroyers are conveniently distracting them. Shells didn't do that much. Oh, probably just bad luck, because their armor is not great. Torpedoes miss. Yeah, look at the 5-inch. Probably better off with high explosive Guam. So suffering a little bit here. What are you doing? Switching up to the light cruiser? I mean, fair enough. She's an expensive ship. And... well, not paper thin, actually. But the armor's in all the wrong places. Like, very weird, inverted kind of scheme. Nothing or all. Don't know how else to describe that. Oi. Leave the Callahan alone. Oh, is that part of your issue, Guam? You're having turret control problems. Got a 100% chance to hit. Tomps. Or Tompets. Has taken a lot of damage. It's got a bow torpedo launcher. It does. Ow. Secondaries on that destroyer. Still, pretty pleased to have sunk their lights. Ow. Again, turrets refusing to track. Yeah, we're going to lose the Guam here. Damn. Callahan, you reloaded? No, not yet. They aren't cheap. Advantage is going to go to France on this one. I mean, the battleship's still there, I suppose. But I expect her to last about 2 seconds. Callahan, though, might be able to finish off the Tompet. Destroyer have any torpedoes? Yes. Reloading currently. I mean, you might be able to hit that destroyer. You never know. Yeah, they could prove annoying for the Callahan if I want to try and sneak in a torpedo attack. Oh! Love it. Causing more flooding. They've still got these 3 compartments in their citadel dry, though. Oh, one flag. Go. Where's Callahan gotten to? Over here. Right, guns on Tangshan, torps on Tompet. You lost your... Wow, you had a flash fire. Did not see that. Alright, save. Let's get the torpedo launcher on the correct side. It's not great approaching like this. Oh, Wenflag getting torpedoed to death. Oh, she's not reloaded. Crumbs. No. I thought she would have been reloaded by the time I got back. Right. Can you use that R5-inch gun? Yeah, there you go. Use that to try and eliminate that destroyer. And we have it steering out. Be nice to get rid of the DD. Bit of flooding. Oh, there. Solid. Got it. Okay, now with the torps loaded up. Let's prepare for a run. I wish there was a setting that was track but don't fire, like hold or something. Slow up. Because I want to fire from a beam. Don't want to fire yet. Go. Should get it round just in time. There we go. Gotcha. Wow. Okay. Well, that was a fantastic starting battle. That was enormous fun. Says victory, but that only by the thinnest of margins. Mind you, a lot of that will have been the fact that we lost... well, no, it was mostly losing the Guam, which did not perform correctly. Got her turret stuck, had all sorts of problems. Well, she's a base Detroit, but I would expect a Detroit to be able to take out that squadron, no problem. Callahan... I mean, she did almost sink the Tompet. Callahan finishing things off in fine style. Right, well, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon for the next episode where the war with France is going to get pretty darn serious, I think. Bye for now.